Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmi, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Helping you. What are you? Okay. The mean mug is real. That's how we're gonna start off the show today.
Because you had all this time and you like, oh, I was helping you. Like, bro, you killing me. I was in there paying a bill. But anyway, run the promo.
It's still downloading. All right, let's run the promo, guys.
This week on Habari Live, interview with Nicole Banks, owner of the Niche Work. Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Tune in on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Don't miss this episode. We'll be all the way live.
All right. That was all discombobulated, crazy. But welcome to the show, man. Another Habari Live episode this week where we where everyday people talk about everyday events. Like always, we're all the way live from Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's get it going. Oh, man. It's hard work out here, man, trying to do all this by yourself, bro. It's real hard, man. But anyway, this week we have Nicole Banks, and she's the owner of the Niche Network, helping businesses become more successful, working with 150 companies, niches, and verticals across 25 countries. Welcome to the show, Nicole.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Thank
having
you for
me.
being patient and not, walking out because we were taking all day. We respect what you're doing because you're taking time to help other companies to figure out how they can become up and growing companies. So what was the big idea behind the Niche Network and what made you get this started?
Yeah, for sure. So I started my career back in the day when you looked for a job in the newspaper. And, so it just said, looking for somebody who's good with numbers and good with people. I'm like,
Right.
oh, well, that's me.
Right.
So I showed up and it was an Amco transmission shop. And I'm like, okay, I'm 18, I'm a girl, and I know jack about cars. Probably not the place for me, but figured go in there, personality blare, and if it was meant to be, meant to be.
Right.
Got the job on the spot, was hired there, and then became the manager within 2 weeks.
Wow.
And so I was 18, telling guys 3 times my age where to go, how to do it, and when I needed it done.
That's crazy.
Big learning curve.
Right.
And so in that, I learned, really quickly, gotta kind of get in there and get things going. So I went out and worked with a tech to actually learn the car part of the business.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a transmission breaks down every 7 years. So
Right.
I could be great and have all the customer service and perfect, from beginning to end. But,
Right.
I might get their wife's car. I might get their husband's or coworker's car, but it wasn't a sustainable model.
Mm-hmm.
And I was paid on a commission plus sort of scenario. So obviously the more money came in, the more money I got.
Right.
So I said, okay, well, we already have the transmission out. Why couldn't we do the timing belt or the serpentine belt or a new radiator or, those maintenance items that are big ticket items because of the labor, but the labor is basically already done because the car's taken apart.
Right.
And so I hired a great mechanic, came in, and we kind of revolutionized it going from regular transmissions to complete car care.
Oh.
And then taking it one step further, I said, okay, well, why can't I go find people who have multiple cars? So I went and found fleet customers that had contracts with our home office.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, what is it going to take to earn your business? Easy pickups, drop-offs, billing, kind of whatever it is, safety inspections, let me know. So, not only did I try and get repeat customers on the transmission side of things, I made it so that we were basically like a fleet repair shop.
Wow.
And so between the two, basically fixing problems and, that whole bit. And I was really successful. I was in Central California competing against LA and San Diego
Wow.
and was able to win awards. And, I was the only person under 40, the only gal to do it.
Right.
And, realized that having that sort of fix it mentality really helped.
Mm-hmm.
I was recruited by the home office to do kind of like Nicole's shop nightmares instead of Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares.
Oh, well, yeah. So you go in the shops, tell them they suck. Yeah.
Yeah. So, was it the techs? Was it, a manager? Was it the owner not buying into the program? Like, what was the problem? And I fixed it. And so, I had this mentality of fixing things, kind of from the inception of my career.
Right.
I was involved in a really bad car accident. I was rear-ended by a guy going 50 miles an hour, never even touched the brakes, cliffs on one side, oncoming traffic on the other. Like, no matter what I did, like, I was screwed, basically. Yeah. And I ended up totaling the car ahead of me because of, like, how hard I was hit. Wow. So it was like accordion, just, to my car. So it took 2 years of rehab to sit, stand, walk, run, do all those things again. And I was really inspired by the healthcare worker. So I went back to school, got my degrees, started at the bottom in a medical lab, literally like aliquoting bodily fluids for testing. Mm-hmm. But within 3 years was back to running national companies in the medical device and mental health niches and basically going to fix their problems too.
Right.
So with, my prior career in, automotive and then healthcare and then the pandemic and everything that happened, I said, okay, well, I made millions of dollars helping, fix other people's problems. Why couldn't I on my own go in and say, hey, I'm Nicole, I'm a business accelerator. What are your problems? What are your goals? And then let me work with you to fix them.
Wow.
But I knew that, even though I have 20 years of experience in sales, operations, and marketing, I wouldn't be able to solve everyone's problems.
Right. Yeah.
So what I did was I said, okay, well, if I know a guy, a gal, a company that can provide other business services, why not partner with them? And then, when I have these conversations with business owners, I really have an army behind me that can like go in and say, okay, well, I got an accountant, I got a CPA, I got, lawyers, I have like the whole plethora behind me. So it's grown way bigger than what I expected. But yeah, so we represent 150 different business verticals and niches
crazy.
now, and we're growing all the time. Yeah, it's a lot.
That is a lot. I mean, as you explain what you've done, I mean, it's really impressive to be able to go into an auto place, don't know nothing about that, figure out the ins and outs, and figure out how this company can get better. That's dope. And then to be able to go into another niche in another place and figure out how I can excel into this, and then get into your accident. I mean, that's really sad, that happened, but things happen, but you still had the strength to say, oh, not woe me, let me get out there and figure out what I can do. And that's really dope, man.
Awesome.
Some people give up, in those situations. Most people, oh, well, look what happened to me. Now I don't have to do anything, So, I mean, it's really dope that you went out there and then you started your own to help others. Because, one thing about owning a business, man, is you may have the aspirations to help people. You may have the aspirations to have goals of what you want to become, but sometimes you just don't know how to get there.
100%.
And you just need help with a couple people who can tell you which way to go. Mentors are always good, but to have someone like you in your corner, they can call and ask and say, hey, what do you think I should do in this situation? It's always a big plus. So who were some of your some of the people that you looked up to when you wanted to start your own business or start your own start the niche network?
Yeah. For me, I think, there's obviously, some of my bosses I've had throughout my career have been really great. One of my bosses in the automotive industry gave me, lots of books, and we did kind of like a book study.
Yeah.
And so it was like personal development and growing into your own as a leader. And so I think that, in my, sort of circle, that was really impactful. But, kind of big people that everybody would know. I'll say, as dorky as it is, I think the Care Bears, and I know it's dorky, but, that sort of like just positivity and determination and like that exuding out. It's like, that's that sort of like mentality and determination and stuff that I have.
Dude.
So, as 80s, cartoon as I can get,
right.
I'd say that, but then, kind of, into the actual like business side of things, I mean, obviously Alex Hormozy, I think is super talented and interesting, and his wife Leah is kind of that man and woman side of running a business and that whole bit. So I think that that's really interesting. And then Gary Vee, I just love the direct personality, kind of just saying it like it is, no sugarcoating, and that direct message I think is really great.
For sure. And I believe that too. I mean, some people, you don't need the sugarcoating. And I hate when people talk around the issues. Let us know exactly what's going on. Most businesses fail. Let us know that. Let us know what it takes. I mean, most people have to know going into this that you may not come out happy. You may learn some things. And if you're really, really tough, you could try again. Because it's hey man, it's not easy out here. This is our second. We're starting our third year as a business, and it's not for the faint at heart. You know what I mean?
100%.
No, it's not, and we're not trying to even sell a product, and that's what makes it even harder because we have to sell what we're going to become in the future, not what we are now, and that's even harder. You know what I mean? So, you say you're from California?
Yeah. I've lived kind of in the L, so Oregon, Washington, California, Arizona, and New Mexico. Is that my little home? I lived in a lot of different places, moved around a lot.
That's cool, man. I mean, I think sometimes it's good to move around because especially as a business person, you just learn how to navigate the world a little better, how to get along with people from these places and this places and be good no matter where you're at. Sometimes
100%.
you get so comfortable where you're at. You can only talk to people from this state and this place. You have to be able to be encompassing of all, especially when you're in a company.
Yeah.
So you already talked about some of your favorite business and business entrepreneurs. So tell us something that you ran into when you were trying to start the network. Some of the obstacles that you had to overcome starting up your business.
Yeah, I mean, who's Nicole Banks? Why,
Right,
why
right.
should you let her help your business?
Mhm.
I think is kind of it. I am one of those type that I am fully confident being the leader and the whole bit, but I not necessarily want to be the face,
Right,
and
right.
that whole thing. So,
Mhm.
kind of in this sort of environment, cameras on me, and
Definitely.
microphone in my face,
Right.
and the whole thing. So, that sort of movement in that direction. And kind of being that subject matter expert, like no,
Mhm.
I'm the person, I can help.
Definitely.
And so I think that sort of like change in mindset and like why not me to
Mhm.
like go in and actually make that point. And then the other thing I'll say is meeting entrepreneurs. I'm a much more introverted type person, and
Yeah.
that whole bit and kind of selling yourself and selling what you'll
Mhm.
be, and the whole thing is kind of the same thing that I've been having to deal with.
Right.
And for me, it's kind of the proof in the pudding. Give me a chance, give me an opportunity to kind of elbow to elbow with you.
Mhm.
My goal is to start small and grow with the business.
Right.
And so, I can provide operational support, marketing, all of that,
Mhm.
and then the army behind me. So kind of, if there's any sort of other issues or problems, I have partners that can jump in. I personally vet everybody that joins the network.
Okay.
So it's not just, every Tom, Dick, and Sally.
Right.
It's people that I've had conversations with that have mutual
And
vision.
you feel comfortable and you feel
Yeah.
like that this company has a future.
100%. The motto for the niche work is collaborative expertise, collective success.
Okay.
So, my whole goal is let's work together. It's much easier to work as a
Man,
group than on your own.
It is.
And I've always had that social butterfly ability to,
Mhm.
oh, wait, hey, you need this. I know this person.
Yeah.
And so just like pushing that into a business,
Mhm.
definitely interesting and, kind of out of the box.
Yeah.
But, it's going well so far.
Hey, I mean, we know that's what you need, especially when we know we're trying to build a media company,
Mhm.
and it's one of the tough. It's tough.
No,
And you got to
100.
shake a lot of hands, man.
Yep.
And then I'm kind of an introvert myself. I really don't want to. I don't want to shake hands. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to talk to a whole bunch of people. I'd rather
Yeah.
be at home writing my stories
Yep.
and being more focused on the back end of media because that's what I really like doing.
Yeah.
But we have to be the face of this right now. So I people think that I want to be the face of this. I choose this because I one day I built this to a certain degree. I get somebody else to become the face of this,
Right.
and I can go sit back and chill because I mean that's not the mission for me. I just want Habari Entertainment to be media, and I want people to know that this is what we do, and then we have a great group of journalists and a great group of people that's bringing you news and information every day, and
Yes.
that's my whole focus. And you can't sometimes you have to switch it up.
He
And
needs a
just like
handsome
you,
face like me to be the face of the media, the company. Don't hate on me because I'm beautiful.
I don't know, bro. That's probably scary. People
Just the face of
scaring
it.
the fans away.
What you mean? Everybody want to be on here just because of me. Ooh.
I don't know. All right, so tell the people a little bit about some of the packages that they can buy from you, how they can get with the network, and some of the things that you can do for them, like maybe some of your offerings or marketing packages. I don't know
for
exactly
sure.
how you sell your product.
Yeah, for sure. So, first off, we have a networking meeting that meets at Rosita's Fine Mexican Food off of University
Oh, y'all
in
eating good
Tempe,
then.
right? Every
That's what I
Friday.
was trying to tell you. You should go to.
You should come for sure.
Yeah.
Every Friday, it starts at 11. We go to 1:30, 2 o'clock, depending on how things go.
Mhm.
And it's basically a group that kind of puts the niche works money where its mouth is, where we're, meeting entrepreneurs. We're, having those conversations. We're really, getting to the base of the problem.
Okay.
Each week we talk about our goals, our aspirations, our problems and
Mhm.
promotions, and then our
Yeah.
struggles. And so
Okay.
it's real conversations. I found that entrepreneurs, are a, group unto themselves, and they may not have the support at home or the friends to have those conversations about what's going on in the
That's real.
business and that whole bit. So
Mhm.
it's really great to come together to have those unfettered conversations and really lead to growth and collaboration.
Okay.
To work with me, I kind of do two sort of ways to work with me. One of which is to bring me in as a business accelerator.
Okay.
So, we have a conversation, kind of again, where you're at, where your goals, where you want to go,
Mhm.
what are the struggles that are currently happening in your business,
Right.
and then I work with you on a monthly retainer to work towards those goals.
Okay.
So, I'm working with a general contractor. I'm working, with a real estate agent who's turning to motivational speaking.
Wow.
I'm working with a moving company. So, I mean, when it comes to the, different industries, it is really kind of across the board, but a lot of
Right.
the same business struggles happen no matter
Definitely.
what.
It's all the same.
Exactly. So, I am working with entrepreneurs who are passionate about whatever they're passionate about. And then I just kind of facilitate, kind of where they're at to where they want to go.
Okay.
So there's, that sort of, process. And so I work with them on a monthly basis. We have meetings and you kind of go through, what their goals are, what it's going to take. And then, kind of on a one basis,
Yeah.
what makes sense to work
Right.
together. I'll say that, again, I'm okay working small and starting, with young entrepreneurs or people who are just starting their business so that we can kind of move forward. And, as, income grows, my obviously fees will grow.
Right.
But, it's that sort of partnership and collaboration. Like I put my money where my mouth is.
Definitely.
And then the other part of the business is, having that sort of conversation where saying, hey, I need an AI web chat, to be added to my website. Oh, okay. I know a company.
Okay.
And then I make that connection. And
Right.
then I've worked it out with the AI web company to get a small, sort of kickback on the
Yeah.
end. So that's the other part of the business is that sort of
Right.
connections. So it's all about starting those conversations, figuring out what's going on with the business itself, seeing, how I can physically help them.
Right.
And then in addition to, or instead of, the army behind me, which lieutenants and companies and, all of that, I can spring forth to make those, needs
Right.
met.
I mean, that's exciting. I mean, and I hope that the people that's listening, if you have a business, if you have any opportunities, you need someone to talk to, you need someone to help you to get your network growing. 150 different companies, a lot of people, man. And if she's able to get the word out to all these different people and they're in different places, that will help your company to grow.
Definitely.
And getting good advice, man, is the foundation of building a company.
Yeah, what I found is entrepreneurs are really passionate about whatever's making their business a thing. Are you a mover? Are you a general contractor? Are you a media company? Like
Exactly.
all of those things, like award your passion, get it. But, what I'll say too is that, you may not know how to start an LLC, or you may not know how the backside of the taxes and,
Right.
how to set up QuickBooks and, all of those sort of very dull, the things
Right.
that, don't, make us
Yeah.
all excited about running our
No,
business. We want to do what we want to do.
They're very boring things.
Yeah.
Who wants to do QuickBooks and keep receipts and taxes? It's all boring. That's not the fun part of it. But it's definitely good to have someone to teach you and to help you grow through those situations, because I definitely didn't know. And it's people who need to teach. And don't be afraid to learn,
Right.
especially when you're trying to open a company. I mean, it's tough. You need to always be keeping your head on the swivel and keeping your ears open to new things and new ideas and trying to keep yourself in front of everyone else who's trying to get to the same place as you.
Exactly.
It's a dog eat dog out there.
100%. The other thing I'll say too is, having the breadth of the network that I do, I have so many experts in their own fields
Mhm.
who are keeping apprised of all the updates and changes and
Right.
everything else. So I really feel like we can position everyone quickly to kind of move forward, to answer those questions and to, fulfill those needs.
Baby. No. What are you doing? Go back in there and play. Jimmy, can you get her, please?
I asked if you want me to get her. I asked Iesha. She just looked at me. Come on, mama.
The look meant yes, Jimmy. You can't tell.
Why don't you just nod your head?
Goodness.
I know.
Oh, I know. You're so sad. Goodness. She wants to be a part of the show every week now.
Every week.
That's
She
awesome.
just has to.
Right. So, you have a
Maybe there's your
website?
personality. Or,
Oh.
a
Oh,
few
yeah.
years, obviously.
She's she's gonna be so in front of the camera. She's gonna be way more open than I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? For real, she's way more than I am. So
Yeah.
she'll be much better. But but let people know your website, how to
Yeah.
contact you and everything.
Yeah, for sure. So the website is www, obviously, thenichework.com. And some
Mhm.
people say nichework. I say nichework, but it's tomato. And then my email is Nicole, Nicole, at thenichework.com. So, feel free to email me. I'd love to start conversations, even, answer any questions that,
Yeah.
aspiring entrepreneurs, all the way to, seasoned business executives.
Mhm.
I think having a second, opinion is always great to either, confirm what you're thinking or give you another opportunity.
That's real.
What I'll say is, I'm all about creative problem solving, and
Mhm.
that's kind of how I approach, my career and, that whole bit. So, I am eager to innovate and to find those opportunities. So, I, eager to shake those hands and meet those people. And then, if it doesn't work to have a direct conversation for whatever reason, come see me. I'm at Rosita's Fine Mexican Food every Friday at 11.
Wow. I mean, we need to come over there and network and talk, because it's like I said, it's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Every single day you want to try to learn something more, because it's so tough out here to get your business going. There's so many people that's trying to do it, and it's a lot of competition. So
100%.
you have to figure out the best ways to help yourself and to help your people that you're trying to build for. So let's take a quick break, man. We'll be back with more Habari Live. Go ahead and we'll do Habari Weekly after that.
Yeah. I forgot to load the information.
Just do one on the thing, man. It doesn't matter.
Bye.
All right. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and run Habari Weekly, man, before we can talk about the news for the week. Yeah, you got me.
Now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison. Sponsored by...
We're sponsored by no one at this time. We're always looking for sponsors. If you need a sponsorship or you need help getting your word out about your company, make sure to email us at info@habaryentertainment.com, and we will get that onto our show and get more people to see what you're doing. Because right now we got at least reach about 40,000, 50,000 people, man, and it's growing every day. So don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with Habari Entertainment. Right now, man, since last week, since we last left, the UK and the US have retaliated against the Houthi rebels in the Red Sea. South Africa has been pushing genocide accusations on Israel. We got Elon Musk going full racist. And we got Texas Governor Abbott wanting to shoot all migrants coming off over the border. He's saying some crazy stuff nowadays, man. So the first story we have here is the IRS collected 360 million from rich tax cheats as its funding is threatening yet again. So delinquent millionaires, as the agency's leadership tries to promote the latest work it has done to modernize the agency with Inflation Reduction Act funding that Republicans are threatening to chip away at. Leadership from the federal tax collector held a call with reporters Thursday to give updates on how the agency has used a portion of the tens of billions of dollars allocated to the agency through Democrats' Inflation Reduction Act, signed into law in August of 2022, along with the 122 million collected from delinquent millionaires last October. Now, nearly $500 million in back taxes from rich tax cheats has also been recouped. That's good, man. These people, they're always looking
They've
for
been
the
doing that
for the
for a minute now, haven't
loopholes.
they?
Yeah, they. I mean, they're always trying to find a way not to pay taxes. That's
Right.
just the name of the game.
Right.
Indubitably.
Right. But it hurts the country. It hurts our streets. It hurts every. Can you move that over?
Yeah, your head's big, so I thought
Whatever,
it was going
bro.
to be.
But anyway, the agency has been working to try to get these people to pay more because these are definitely tax cheats. But this bill that was put in place is this law that was put in place in 2022 is definitely helping. The announcement comes as the IRS braces for a more severe round of funding cuts. The agency cuts previously agreed upon by the White House and congressional Republicans and debt ceiling and budget cuts package passed by Congress last year, which included $20 billion and rescinded from the IRS over 2 years. Man, that's tough.
Mhm.
That should be front loaded as part of the overall spending package for the current fiscal year that could help avoid a partial government shutdown later this month. They're still fighting over that shutdown right now today, as we see.
It's like every 3-4 months
I
they
mean-
got a government shutdown looming.
This is something that really was pretty easily passed. I think once a year, the budget for the year,
Right.
but now it's being hijacked for political reasons and political points, and no one is really thinking about the people. And we've already lost the mark on this before because I think we lost the credit rating
Mhm.
because of them
We
playing
did.
around with this one time. So it's not a joke, but I'm happy that the IRS is trying to crack down on some of these people to try to get some of this money. Now, like I said, you got to figure out ways to get some of these loopholes out of there for they can get the money. Like I said, we need to fix the streets and fix those things. These things are important. So, my next one I have is Jim. I got a Houston rapper. Alleged held a woman captive in his garage for years. I don't know, man. This is pretty weird, man. The rapper kidnapped a pregnant woman and kept her in his squalid garage for more than 4 years, despite her repeated attempts to escape. Police say Lee Carter, 52. Are you a rapper at 52 still? I don't know, bro. Whose stage name is Viper was arrested last week and charged
With a name like Viper, bro. As a rapper, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Whoa, rapper. Whoa, get off stage.
The charge stems from last April when Houston police officers responded to Carter's home after a woman texted 911 and said she was being held against her will. A
How
criminal
did she get the
complaint saying,
phone?
I don't know. I don't know.
She smuggled
Officers
it.
said they arrived at the home, proud opened the garage door and discovered a makeshift toilet that did not flush and a mattress covered with fresh vomit along with diapers, snacks, chips, and Twinkies. The criminal complaint
Twinkies.
said
She eating better than me.
police said the
was
garage
playing.
had a lock on the inside that needed a key to be opened. The woman wore filthy clothes, appeared malnourished, and weighed about 70 pounds. Man, that's crazy.
Wow.
The complaint says she told the police she had not showered in 2 months, and survived on chips and other snacks. She said she had contacted 911 by using a texting app on Carter's laptop. She said it all started when Carter saw her panhandling about 4 or 5 weeks ago in Houston when she was pregnant. She said he offered her $1 and asked if she needed any help. after she said yes, Carter took her in the house and allegedly locked her in the garage. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I would think he'd be somewhere trying to write some bars or something, man.
Right.
But he kidnapping panhandlers.
She kidnapped in my
Pregnant
garage.
panhandlers.
That's weird, man. That's weird
Kidnapping
stuff.
pregnant panhandler.
Right. You giving rappers a bad name. I mean, they already. It's not like that.
I mean, at least some of them actually didn't kidnap people.
Yeah, that's true. We just gonna move on though.
I said some of them, not all.
We got a Texas governor, man. He's trying to walk back his suggestion that Texas should shoot migrants if they are illegal. If it weren't illegal, they would shoot all migrants, is what he's saying. Governor Greg Abbott, Republican in Texas, has asked to explain remarks he made on a radio show on January 5th that seems to suggest that the state of Texas has not resorted to shooting migrants on the border with Mexico because the Biden administration would charge them with murder.
Wow.
So that's the only reason they're not killing them, is because they would catch a charge. It's pretty bad, man. I mean, critics have been denouncing Greg Abbott's and Dan his invasion rhetoric on immigration, saying it will incite violence. They've been busing migrants all over the country to New York and Chicago, any city that call themselves a sanctuary city. They're busing them. New York has also sued the bus companies who are sending the migrants up to their cities. I just feel sorry for these people.
Yeah,
man.
I do too.
I mean, they're playing with these people's lives, man. I understand that they crossed the border illegally.
Right.
But to me, I'm not saying it's right, but you might want to listen to them. They might be running from something that's pretty bad to resort taking their family or themselves across that bad terrain to try to come into the country that way. Right. So I mean, like I always say, we need to find where the problem is starting instead of focusing where they're ending up. They're from Venezuela. We need to go figure out how we can help Venezuela. I know people don't want to hear that, but that's what we have to do. We can't just keep we got to do something. We can't just be like, oh, shoot them or make a bridge or a bigger wall. We have to do something that actually helps, right? I mean, isn't that what Jesus would do?
I saw they closed down the schools. Was it in New York?
No, they closed down one school to house migrants for a week. So the kids are working remotely.
Yeah, they're going to school remote.
So they can figure out where to send the migrants off to. So many of them. So, this is a financial burden on them. One thing I think that's unfair is if you're a border state, for you to take your problem and bust it somewhere else, you're a border state.
For a reason.
This is your problem, bro. Figure it out. Republicans love to holler state rights, but why, when it's this issue, they're hollering federal government? We all know, do your right, state rights, right? Do your thing. Figure it out. You're a state. The government is not going, the only thing they're going to do in Congress is fight. So you're going to have to figure this out as a state, how you can keep the border open, because people are working. They never want to talk about that. We have a revolving door of people who come over, who work, and who go home.
They have work visas.
It happens. So it's a reason why the border is open. It's not just because we just feel like having everybody coming over. But man, like I said, it's a tough situation, man. Nobody wants illegals coming over and people just coming over when they want. It's a bad problem. We need to figure out the root cause of the issue instead of just yelling at these people and treating these people like a pawn. It's my view, because I feel like, man, they've already had it hard. They're running from their home country. And they come here and then we treat them like trash and bust them all over the country. Texas should be ashamed. Florida, I know they don't. Ron DeSantis doesn't care, but Abbott, he's in the wheelchair. You would think he has a little bit of sympathy, empathy for these people's lives, but nah.
Florida's not a
crap.
Florida isn't a border state.
I know, but they get a lot of migrants coming through the water. They come
Cuba.
from Cuba, Haiti. They get all those places. They come from everywhere. From Florida. Florida has those issues, so that's why they've been busting people too.
Was it I Love Lucy in Florida? Or was she
in
New York?
It probably makes sense, dude. It's Cuban.
Yeah.
So that probably makes sense. But
Ricky, I ain't gonna lie, Ricky was that dude though. He came out there and owned his own club and everything. Ricky.
We do have a new law though that he was pushing, and it will let the police officers, so-called the sheriffs, arrest migrants if they think they're in the country illegally. A lot of cities have not done that because they think that would keep migrants from calling the police and reporting crimes that happen to them and different things like that. And that's why they're called sanctuary cities, because they don't want them to feel they can't call the police, because they feel
They
like
can't call for help.
the crimes
Yeah.
are bigger than them being in the country illegally. Is how the sanctuary cities look at it.
Right.
And that's what they're called, sanctuary cities. It's not because they're like, hey, bring all your illegals here. They just like, hey, man, look, we understand you made a mistake, but we still want you to call the police if something happens to you.
Right.
We don't want them to be afraid to do that. And then what's going to happen in Texas now? If something happens to a person who's here illegal, they're not calling the police. They know they're going to go to jail. They're going to be questioned on how they get here. What's their status? You know what I mean? Dude, that's the reason why we don't do that, is because that's some Hitler type stuff, bro. That's some, having a 6-point Star of David on your shirt to make sure we
Right.
know where that's some weird stuff that you don't want to take steps toward. So, I don't know, man. Texas is on something, man. I just wish, like I said, man, we would focus on the root cause instead of just blaming these people and hollering Joe Biden like what really can he do when we know the purse is controlled by Congress. Congress has to make these decisions, and we know that's going to be a whole bunch of infighting and nothing is going to get done. So they could just blame Biden because it's time to vote right now. And this is what we do. And it's on the news 24/7. They hoping that this is what pushes them over, that people are sick of illegals and they hate illegals so much that the teachers going to go vote. And they're going to forget about abortion and everything else is out there. Well, we'll see. So what you got?
This week, Sears announced that it is closing one of its remaining stores.
One. They only got one store?
In Jersey City, New Jersey. It only has one store remaining in the city.
Man.
And it is set to close. They do not know when it's going to close.
Right.
But they have announced that everything must go.
Mm-mm.
They have marked down their tools up to 40% off.
Mm-hmm.
And apparel for men, women, and children have been marked down to up to 50%. The store that they're closing opened up in 1987.
Man. And to me, man, Sears had a head start on a lot of this stuff.
They did, because they opened
had
up in
catalogs.
the 1880s.
I don't know why they didn't do online shopping and stuff. They should have. They had the catalogs. They should have been.
That's what their struggle was. That's what their struggle was.
They couldn't figure out how to put the catalogs online. I mean, it's.
But here's the thing, though. Like, Sears was the biggest. It was one of the biggest retailers that we had because of mail order, right?
Right.
Walmart took them out in 1991 and became the biggest retailer. So now with Walmart, and you got Target and Sam's Clubs and all these other bigger warehouses that are offering some of the similar products.
Right.
Now Sears is out of business. But then they're like, okay, well, we've had hard times keeping up with the changing industry and how people shop. And it's just like every other year is like something new and is different or changed with how people shop. Now most of us are e-commerce shoppers. Right. We go online, and Sears should have had that as an option, being that they were a mail order company.
Right.
That you would have thought that that's the first
Easy
thing
transition for them
that they would have done.
Right.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Wow.
But now they only have 12 stores remaining in the United States.
That's crazy.
I mean, they were an institution. I mean,
Yeah.
my grandmother,
everybody
ordered stuff online,
Man.
and the whole bit. Like,
That's crazy, man. If you would have told me that 30 years ago,
that Sears was going to go out of business,
I would have not believed you. Sears is going to be nothing in 30 years.
In 30 years.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, they have definitely fell off the map. It's Sears and Kmart, stores that I grew up going to in the 80s,
Value
90s.
Food Light Special.
Yeah, right. It's all over with, man. These kids nowadays don't do what's that? What's Sears? What's Kmart? They have no idea what it is. So it's crazy.
No, they don't. Like even stores like Cato's. You probably don't know Cato,
no,
but
that's
Cato
some
it was a women's apparel shop.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But it was more
That was
of
old lady stuff.
it was more of a plus size apparel shop. And it was one of the first ones.
Right. But now you can buy plus size clothes everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know what I mean? So it's not the same. Everybody
really
got plus size. So it's all good, man.
I mean,
I remember Mervin's.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean,
Lane Bryant is trying to make a comeback.
Online has killed
a lot of shopping.
Most of the shopping. I don't even shop like we don't even shop like I don't go to stores like I used to. Nobody go because every time you needed something, you have to get up and go to the store. Now, most of the time, if you need something in the future, you just order it.
Right.
But here's the thing, especially when it comes for like women's shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I order something online that's like apparel and I don't like it, I'm stuck with a product that I don't like.
You ain't stuck with it. Send it back.
Or I'm going to just regift it because I'm the type of person, I do not like to. What am I going to send it back for?
Sticking to old school.
I don't do it.
What's your next story?
Yeah.
I don't like it. But, a man has been arrested in Independence, Kentucky for firing shots inside a home and trying to set the home on fire.
Wow.
With a woman and
still
3
inside.
children still inside.
Insane.
According to the press release from Independence, they said that the officers were dispatched to the home after the woman called 911 to report that she had locked herself and her 3 children in a bathroom to hide from her husband.
Wow.
Her husband, Joshua Harmon, who'd repeatedly become violent. Once police got to the home and, when they got there, she was still on the phone with dispatchers. And, she was telling dispatchers what was going on. Dispatchers, heard her screaming and, from the rear end of the home once they actually came in. And they said that, once officers were inside the house, they started to smell gasoline. So they went looking to see where this gasoline smell was coming from. And the husband had filled a gasoline can, placed it in the oven, and turned the oven on.
What?
So when they removed the gas can, it was hot, it was swollen. The husband tried to shoot the front door to get back in because he left the house and she locked him out.
Right.
But he shot the house to get back in. So that's why she's like, I'm calling the police. I'm on the phone. I'm in the bathroom. I need help.
Right.
With literally a bomb in the oven.
With a bomb in the oven.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So needless to say, he will be charged with
attempted
murder.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
That's terrible, man. But luckily she was able to escape with her kids' lives, man, and get away from that situation.
Definitely.
Let's do Hollywood Hot Mess, right? Run it. We're on.
Get ready for the week's Hollywood Hot Mess. Sponsored by
No one. What you got?
A prankster has been arrested in Europe earlier this month for dumping buckets of dog feces onto unsuspecting metro passengers.
How is that a Hollywood Hot Mess?
He's doing this all for YouTube clicks.
I guess.
Oh gosh.
So he's been dumped.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay.
He got on the train with a pot filled with dog feces. It said it was oil, beer, water.
He's disgusting.
Fallen leaves, paint, and he just took this and just dumped it onto the train riders, and he just bounced out. Like he did it so unexpectedly. Like if you watch the video of him doing it.
So what did he have a camera set up in the area to see?
No, it was the train's camera. The train has
surveillance.
cameras, the surveillance camera.
I just don't understand how this is gonna get him YouTube plays. That's all I'm trying to figure out. What did he record it or?
Yeah, he did, and he put it on his YouTube.
So he left. He recorded him leaving it there.
He recorded himself dumping the feces.
That's what I'm saying.
Onto the passengers and walking out of the train.
I would not be okay.
Onto the passengers.
Yes, he dumped it on the passengers on the train. Passengers was just sitting there. They were just, sitting there doing their little normal train ride. And this guy, he gets up, he just walks on and goes, dump, and then walks out.
On someone?
On someone.
I would not abide.
that dude would be dead right now.
Authorities in Belgium have had enough of him. His name is Yanike. They are charging him with assault and battery, damage to property using violence, and property damage on January 3rd. This is what they got him with.
They just gonna make up some shit for him.
Right.
I mean, what's in the penal code for that? You know,
you assaulted them people, man. I mean, it is kind of assault. You done dumped some shit on them, man.
But prosecutors say that that the prosecutor's office has been able to trace his incidents in 7 out of 16 of his videos. So he's done this on more than one occasion.
And see how dumb it is? Now you put videos of it up, and they're going to go back through your videos and charge you with more crimes. That's what's
going on with Young Thug right now.
Dumb.
They ain't using videos, but they use videos of LeBron James talking about slime.
Yeah.
They talk about...
he only has 460 YouTube subscribers.
Oh, gosh.
They're talking about... Who else? They're talking about Young Thug shooting at Lil Wayne's tour bus. They put that a part of the RICO case now.
Yeah. No, them dudes are done. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, like, why would you
and
post
Serena Williams? Why
would you post a video of yourself doing something that you know that
doing something dumb?
That's a crime.
He didn't think it was a crime.
Oh my gosh!
Obviously, he thought
you don't
he was
think you assaulting people by dumping dogs?
You think he did it and he knew he was gonna go to jail and put it on there?
Yeah,
he didn't.
I'm gonna go to jail if you.
He thought he was gonna be able to play games and it was gonna be all good. Now he's finding out differently.
Now he done found out differently, right?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to hawk him down.
Yeah, I would have beat his ass.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I would have beat the mess out that man. I'd have turned into.
And he confessed.
Either you gonna have to murder me, or it's me or you that day.
When he was finally arrested in Brussels. When he was finally arrested in Brussels, he confessed to the police in Brussels that he.
What else? He got the video.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the video that I saw, you couldn't clearly see his face.
Oh,
like because he had on a hoodie and he had on a beanie.
Posted on his channel though.
Going by the name Yanike. Your Nike can mean anything.
Yeah.
Man, dude,
they don't know your real name.
That channel is connected to too much stuff, right?
Right, but. Yeah. Look at how much they had to go back. They had to go back and literally do all that research to find out who it really was to go arrest him.
Yeah. It's not hard to find him because he has 420 subscribers. So. Not very anonymous.
All right, man. Let's run sports, man. Or do you have?
Okay, two more. They're gonna be quick. Super MC, Michigan-born rapper, whose real name is Jimmy Brown.
Don't bring me into this.
For those of you who don't know, that his claim to fame is being cut out of Eminem's 8 Mile scene.
His claim,
when he battle rapped Eminem,
is to be cut out.
He got cut out.
No one knows who he is.
But now he's being charged with murder following the death of his girlfriend. Awesome. He stabbed her.
What the hell?
And he said he stabbed her around 17 times in the neck and chest during an alleged altercation in their Detroit apartment on January 7th. So his next hearing is January 25th.
That's not me. I'm not nowhere near connected to that. Yeah. Just because the name's Jimmy.
If convicted, he does face up to life.
Yeah, life.
Prison.
Well, yeah. I mean, 17
Right.
times.
That's insane.
That's a little bit overkill.
I mean, that's 17 too many.
Right.
Man, he's tripping, dude. But yeah, that's insane. What else you got?
Lil Nas X.
Oh gosh.
He's in a little bit of hot seat this week.
Yeah.
His J. Christ single, which
wait, Iesha.
What? I didn't know. I guess
I saw the video, so I
what's going on?
You could have did that after. But it was already predestined to make Christians mad.
Yeah.
I mean, he lives. He just exists.
Does he not?
Right.
Right. Exactly. To be honest.
But his newly released track has a different enemy other than Christians to deal with this time around.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, he's dealing with Kendrick Lamar fans.
Okay.
Because the rapper dropped his latest offering on Friday, and right off the bat, everybody's comparing him to Kendrick's Humble video song.
Yeah.
Same cover art.
Oh wow.
Kind of the same video.
No. So he's going
the
at
beat
them.
of the song is very similar.
So he's going at them for suggesting that it's the same.
They're going at him for suggesting that the two tracks are very identical.
Yeah.
So there will be some sort of lawsuit that comes into play, or
maybe who knows?
Maybe not. Maybe he gives,
people say a lot of stuff online. I haven't heard it, so I can't say, man. But that has been a big thing that's been going around, though. A lot of people have been getting sued.
Yeah.
One dude won though. What was his name? The redhead dude.
That was
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. He won his. You know what I mean? Dude, I swear, when I heard it, I was like, I don't get it. I did not.
His song did not sound.
It didn't sound anything like it.
But if you go back and you do, was it Justin?
Yeah,
Timberlake?
Marvin Gaye.
Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines, definitely.
Yeah, that definitely
song,
was.
When I heard it, I was like,
because when the beat first came on that song, I was like, oh,
definitely.
that's.
You said Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, no, it was
Robin
Thicke.
Thicke. Yeah, Robin Thicke.
You don't know.
Look, my bad. Look, I asked y'all first before I threw out the name.
Right, man.
Let's
go to sports real, bro. Run Habari Sports for me, please.
All good.
That's your home. That's the home.
Habari Sports.
News, man. We were able to blow out the Lakers stuff.
Whoop, whoop.
You know
Jimmy don't like that.
I don't give a damn. I just like LeBron.
Lakers
And Austin Reeves. I like Austin Reeves.
Bill goes off for 37, hit 8 3-pointers. The team stated that they do not need a point guard, which was crazy to me. They said that they're going to be looking for a swing man.
Damn, what seat are they in?
Man,
7th?
they're in like the 8th, 9th.
Damn.
Yeah, man. The West is deep right now, dude. You got Minnesota playing well. You got OKC. It's weird.
They're in the Pacific.
The Pelicans are killing.
3rd. Lakers are the 4th.
Yeah.
The Warriors are the 5th.
It's pretty bad.
The Kings are 2nd, and the Clippers are 1st.
Yeah, the Clippers are playing well. Everybody didn't think that
25 and
James Harden trade would be a big deal, but
are they 2nd in the West?
Who?
No, they're 3rd.
I think Clippers are 3rd. Yeah. So yeah, man. Next game we have is Portland. They just lost by 60 points. They lost again last night.
They're talking about
they're just not a good team.
The Timberwolves are hooping too.
Who?
Timberwolves.
Yeah, I just said that. They're first place. Yeah, man. So now we're gonna move over to some football news, man. With the 2023 regular season coming to an end, 18 of the NFL's 32 teams are done for the year. That means it's time to turn our attention towards the league's coaching carousel, where there are currently 7 vacancies. Not that the New England Patriots have hired Jared Mayo to replace Bill Belichick. There are the Panthers, the Raiders, the Chargers. They all fired their coaches mid-season. Then there are the Falcons, who fired Arthur Smith on Sunday evening just after midnight. The Commanders, who moved on from Riviera on Monday, and the Titans, who parted ways with Vrabel on Tuesday. So it's a lot of openings, man, and hopefully, some. I want to see Eric Bieniemy get a job. I think he should have got a job a long time ago.
The Alabama coach retired.
Yeah, I saw that. Saban laid it down, man.
Bill Belichick is out.
I just said that, my love.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I see that.
I mean, and Monero.
Yeah, Belichick, he got replaced by Mayo, as we said, though. And that is crazy with Saban laying it down, man. And they already have a replacement for him.
Yeah.
The Steelers Bills will be postponed.
Because of weather?
Yep.
It's the Northeaster is killing the Northeast right now,
really
man.
is.
They getting slaughtered with snow. I'm happy I'm not there and I'm in the sunshine.
I was talking to my people in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
They were like, man, it's like snowing, sleet.
In Arkansas?
The pipes are freezing over.
Arkansas sucks, so
that's what they get for living there. I just go out there for the people, not the fun of it,
Yeah, man. So we also got Pete Carroll was out of there, if I didn't say that. So man, he's moving up to an office job. They didn't straight fire him, so that's always cool. The Cardinals, I think that they ended the season on a high point, and I like to see that your boy, what's his name, Connor, was able to get 1,000 yards. What's that say?
D'Angelo Russell says, "I think we can still find the light at the end of the tunnel."
Yeah, I think you're going to get traded, buddy.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They finna trade him soon. You know,
He's not a bad point guard.
nah, I would take him in Phoenix in a minute. I mean, we would love to have him because I think we need a point guard. But watching the way we played the other day, I think that what they're gonna do is make Booker just don't think so much point guard. Just play, be you. Don't think that you're a point guard. Just be Devin Booker. So we'll see, man. Like I said, the Cardinals did end the season on a high point. We did get kind of over 1,000 yards for the season. That's pretty dope. I thought we looked pretty good with Kyler came back. We looked much better than when he was gone. So I think he is the answer at the position. I'm hoping we can grab a number one receiver this year. My dream is Marvin Harrison Jr. I know a lot of people are going to be after him. But the kid is if he can be just a little bit of what his pops was, we'll be happy with that.
Right.
So I'm saying because your boy is crazy. So let's moving on to the comic books before we can get up out of here. It's the last one. Oh, we got
Comic Book Corner. Sponsored by...
give it a round of applause for Echo, man. I thought Echo was pretty good, man. It's been getting mostly positive reviews. Its scores was like 76% on Rotten Tomato. As they saw people liked it, the points went up for the show, which they had it pretty low at first. But then as they saw people were liking it, they raised it up on both ends for the customers and the writers. So I thought that was kind of weird, but they said that happens sometimes once the critics start putting out more positive reviews for the show. I give it a 7 out of 10. I love the cultural references, the bringing in of another mother universe that we had never seen, to kind of bring it into the whole universal aspect that's going on right now. You love the darkness of the New York area and what the little defenders world. You like that, the darkness, because everything is so bright and funny and jokey in the other parts of Marvel. And I think people want to see more of the blood and guts. They don't. People,
they want to see the street level.
Yeah, people don't. Everybody doesn't
heroes.
like the campy, smiley stuff, you know.
Right.
So sometimes Marvel, they need to have this part of their world, because everybody can't be campy, smiley. So I think this is
But you know what? I kind of agree with Screen Crush.
What?
I didn't like that they released all the episodes at once.
Why?
I would rather have myself on the edge of my seat waiting for that next episode.
But it's not even that good to be waiting for.
No, you better just
that
wait.
I can see. I can understand that too.
I thought that's what made it good, is that it was just we were able
we
to
binged
watch
it
them
in
all.
like 2 hours.
That's good. It's over.
For another year, and then you're like,
I hate-
oh, woo.
Right. 'Cause, I mean, we're not really getting much Marvel content
I
this
don't
year.
have
We only
patience
have
for that.
we only have one more thing.
I like the releasing them all at the same time,
We
man.
only have one Marvel movie coming out.
This is
One
what
Marvel movie, right?
streaming was supposed to take away the TV every once. I never liked that. Oh, we gotta wait the next week. I just want to watch it. I love that about Netflix when it first came out. We just binged. We watched it until it was over. Now I gotta sit here and wait the next week. Even on streaming, that's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Audacity.
What's going on? Anyway, man, what we got? Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing this echo thing. But I thought it was cool. And I thought that doing that real fast was cool too, because it doesn't matter. Just watch it again. Watch it again.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
Right.
too.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
have to.
What was Echo?
Before
in?
season 2 comes
Huh?
out, you do the binge right
Yeah,
before. Yeah.
right before.
Like, what was she in first? I forgot.
Oh, she was in
She was
the Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah,
the Hawkeye
yeah.
series. Yeah. So all 5 episodes were released as we were speaking. And for the most part, reviews for the series have been positive. Marvel Studios only sent out 3 installments to critics in advance, with the review embargo not lifted until the exact minute the show was released. Wow, that's how they do that, huh?
Oh, wow.
They
See, when we become bigger with media, we'll get these type things, man. And it'll be dope.
For sure.
You got Maya Lopez, who's playing by Alaqua Cox. I messed your first name up, Mama. I'm sorry. And she is pursued by Wilson Fisk, Vincent D'Onofrio, Criminal Empire. And when the journey begins her home, she must confront her own family and legacy. It's a great show, man. Go check it out if you haven't. and binge every show.
Daredevil Born Again reportedly bringing back Deborah Ann Wall and Eldon Henson after all.
Oh yeah, so they're gonna bring back Froggy and old girl, huh? That's cool, man.
Yeah. I didn't watch the Deadpool. I mean the Dead.
I mean that they added it all on the timeline
and
putting it into the timeline.
They need to bring it.
I'm thinking that everybody's coming back.
Yeah, they need to bring in Luke Cage. You know how much? Man, what?
You know they already said that he was coming back.
Yeah, they said he coming back. But my thing is that we don't know what happened to them after the blip, after the snap.
Right, and that's what they're gonna probably
be
tell
interesting to see
in the new stories coming out
to see where they're at.
They were talking about the main thing they're going for is like the street level, like the vigilantes.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing the Defenders.
Daredevils.
Right.
Yep. So that's why I don't know if you saw this or you knew this, but Wilson Fisk is the one who bought out Adventures Tower.
Supposedly, we haven't seen that yet, but I know he's supposed to be he's supposed to be the mayor of New York.
Yeah, he's going to run for mayor, which is going to be Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah, right. So
and he's going to outlaw the superheroes.
We'll see, man. But I just like that they put it on the timeline. They added it in, and they made it for sure that all those shows is canon, and that stuff all happened in the universe. It's a couple more shows I wish they would add canon. I'm still, about the Shield. Runaways and Cloak and Dagger. I thought those shows were decent.
They need Hit Monkey to be on there. They should bring him in.
They should on the street level.
On the street level, right?
The first trailer of Deadpool is going to be during
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And that's pretty much
Deadpool.
That's pretty much how they do
Deadpool 3.
Yeah. That's pretty much how they do theirs all the time.
That's how they did I remember it. They did Civil War. I think it was either Civil War or it was
I don't remember. One of them was Super Bowl.
Because it was Ant-Man getting chased by the Hulk.
I don't know. Let's play the game. Let's test your knowledge.
Let's get ready to play trivia for Loot. Sponsored by
All right. We got a total of 10 questions.
Okay.
If you get 7 out of 10 correct, we'll give you a Habari Entertainment t-shirt.
Woo! No pressure. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm great at trivia, and then like completely screw it up. So I'll say, like, I'm all right, right?
Yeah, but that tends to happen with a lot of our guys. We've only had 2 people win.
Nobody wins.
Oh, now it's a thing. What? All right.
Okay. Question number 1.
This should be fun though.
Jimmy?
Yeah, tell me. If I can find the mouse.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Guinness's, the beer, is an invention from where?
Ireland.
It is from Ireland.
I have some Irish in my blood. I think the ancestors come and get me if that one didn't work out.
How many seasons did the Oprah Winfrey Show run for?
I mean, this is a guess. I'd say like 22.
18.
I don't know. 16.
She's the closest.
Whoop whoop. That counts, right?
No.
But it's 25.
Dang.
25 seasons.
That's crazy, man. That's a long time, man. Oh, Oprah.
What does the G in G-Man mean?
Oh, no. I'm not this demographic. Gasoline. No idea.
Gangster.
Oh, yeah, probably.
What does the G mean in G-Man?
Okay, so
is this G-Man the character or G-Man the FBI?
Exactly.
G-Man the FBI.
It's government.
It's the government.
Yeah. Okay, so government.
I'm telling you, you'd have to explain the questions a little better, man. She got it.
Oh no.
All right. I am circular.
Jimmy.
But not edible. I keep things moving and usually come in 4s. What am I?
Wheels?
You just said my name just to say, you thought I did something wrong.
I just heard circular, so I was like, Jimmy.
Wheels or tires?
I thought you said my name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't give it to her, babe.
Oh, my bad.
All right. What substance is Han Solo frozen in during The Empire Strikes Back?
Okay, so I'm a super nerd, so carbonite.
Wow.
Like-
I really did not think she was going to know that.
She said I'm a super nerd. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting like, what is it?
I didn't know the answer. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What is exobiology the study of?
I think I know it.
So, I mean, it could be a couple things. For me, exobiology means either the search of the habitat itself, or it could be planetary. So it's definitely larger biological studies.
You're on the right track. On the right track.
So is it a yes or no?
It's life in outer space.
Outer space.
Outer space.
Dang. I'm going to give it a bump on that. That's hard. That was a hard one, though.
Yeah.
Life in outer space.
The crayfish isn't a fish at all. It is related to the blank. And don't come for my spelling. It was a copy paste.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I would
Monkeys.
say shrimp or lobster.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
Which one?
Let's say shrimp.
Lobster.
It's lobster.
Oh, okay.
Crayfish is gross, man.
It is.
I don't see how people eat it.
Me
I'm
either.
not sucking on that junk, man. I'm cool, bro.
I don't even do frogs.
Oh.
Frog legs are cool.
Nope.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, it
Like,
tastes like
sure.
chicken, man.
Yes, they taste like chicken, but once you dissect a frog or a crayfish, you ain't having neither
Whatever,
one.
man. If I dissect the chicken right now, I'm eating chicken tomorrow.
Right.
I love chicken.
Dissecting is different
I
than
don't
I
care.
bet
Yeah.
you do.
cut,
Indeed.
kill,
Yeah.
cut, clean,
Yeah.
and do it yourself, right?
Racist.
Sure.
It's totally different.
You said racist?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Well.
When was
Everybody in here knew you was going to order chicken, buddy.
right?
Everybody. Nice fried chicken place down the street.
When was the DVD invented?
I was there, so I should know.
1996.
Let's
No.
say 92.
I'm going to say 88.
Jimmy was the closest. It's 1995.
What the hell?
Wow.
They really didn't come out?
Later
Their
than we
DVD came out in
expected.
1995.
That's crazy. The disc was already out.
The CD, when you burn your CDs,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
those came out in
The
1982.
CDRs, yeah.
Right. That's why I was like, they took them that long to figure
It
it
took
out.
them that long to figure it out.
That's crazy. And I didn't think the disc came out in 82. Damn. That's crazy. I thought it was like 80, 88, 89. I'm old.
In 2009, this song by the Black Eyed Peas was nominated as Song of the Year during the 2009 World Music Awards. What song is it?
I got a feeling.
I have no idea.
Is it that?
It is.
Yeah.
I got a feeling.
Good on you, Jimmy, though.
Good job, Jimmy.
That's the one Black Eyed Peas song I know anyway.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't.
I couldn't
dude,
name
I couldn't
one. I
think
was
of
like,
one. I'm sure, like
I got a feeling.
I can't think of any.
Okay, now I know.
Now you have it stuck in your head.
All right.
If you're killing a Goomba, what video game are you?
I know
playing?
it.
I know. Super Mario.
I knew that one. You gotta
Yeah.
jump on them. It's those little mushrooms
Yep.
Ah.
with faces on them.
See the super nerd is helping out.
That's it, right?
Yes.
How many she get?
Yeah.
She got
She
five.
got that one.
She got five.
Oh,
Yeah,
jump
she got
scare.
five.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like
you needed two more.
Two more.
Oh, womp womp.
jump scare.
Well, it happens.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Well, we thank you for playing. We
course.
thank you for coming and teaching us about the Niche Network. One more time before we go, let the people know how to get in contact with you and how they can get your services for to provide help with their company.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, the niche working meeting is every Friday at Rosita's on University in Tempe. We meet from 11 to 1:30, 2 o'clock. Definitely would love for you guys to come out and shake hands and, high fives and, all that.
Mhm.
And then to reach me directly, our website is The Niche Work. So www.thenichework.com. And then my email to get a hold of me directly is Nicole@thenichework.com. I'd love to see how I can help and,
I wouldn't
meet new entrepreneurs and business owners.
That is exciting. That is very, very, very dope. We really, really appreciate you. And we're definitely going to come out too because, man, we want to have all the businesses that's out there to come on the show for more people can get to know them and we can meet more businesses. That's all we're about is just trying to build that repertoire with the people so we can become more one with the community. That's all it's about. So we appreciate everybody watching. It's been another episode of Habari Live. We will be back next week as always. Peace. Uh-oh.
Look, I couldn't even get my holla holla because he go, womp womp. Oh, oops, wrong one.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarilivepodcast.com.